Okay, I'm showing that you're here, but it's not letting me add you. Did you know that there is a thing for adding a button to have people request to join the broadcast? Okay, it's letting me add you.
Oh my Lord.
The worst time ever today.
This is like the drama. I'm trying to get this thing. Maybe it is like a warning to not tell this story tonight. That's
Or
the only thing I can.
something.
It is something. Yes. Welcome back, Angie. Y'all. Misty has no sound. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hear you. I can hear you. Is it like muffled or can you hear me pretty good?
I hear you good.
Okay. Hey, Alyssa. Alyssa joined. Okay, so let's share to these peeps. This has been the lengthiest trying to get this thing to work. I'm like, oh my Lord. Oh my gosh.
What are you trying
Okay. I sent it to the Hot and Cocoa page, and they're probably going to be like, I am not approving another anything for you ever again. This is it. They're probably going to be so mad. But it's not our fault, I assure. Okay. So what are you sipping on? Because after this drama, we need all of the beverages.
Just White Claw.
You have what?
White Claw.
Alyssa, it's your best. She's got the claw. I
had sake earlier.
Oh, aren't you fancy? Did you have a sushi too?
No, I bought sake like very drunkenly one time, and today I felt like, okay, I'm just gonna drink it because I've barely got anything liquor-wise. So that was it.
Well, I picked up this bottle of wine from Trader Joe's called 19 Crimes. And I will tell you that all 19 of the crimes took place when they made it because it is nasty. This bottle of wine is 19 Crimes. It's 13% alcohol, which I thought was a lot for wine. I didn't realize it was that much. But it's going to cleanse something. I don't know if it's a good wine or a bad wine, but it's nasty. So maybe that means it's good.
I don't know. I have no taste for wine. I don't really drink for the taste to begin with, so it doesn't matter to me. If it gets me drunk, I'm drinking it.
I would love to be one of those people that's like, I'm a wine connoisseur. It smells, to me, it smells like his and
I just can't. Ooh. Should I wear these glasses tonight? Tell me, should I wear these?
Come back. Do what?
Should I wear these glasses?
I love those. I love them.
They're my most obnoxious pair.
I love them. They're getting my spirit. I need to get some like that. Moscato
I will never buy from this company again, though.
I just feel like Moscato, it's sweet and it's yummy, which makes me think that it's like
Moscato is good.
and carbful. Isn't it carbful?
Who?
Full of carbs.
Yeah, it's all full carbs.
But I feel like this isn't sweet, so there shouldn't be any carbs in red wine because it's not sweet at all. So there should be zero. Only a delicious one should have carbs.
Like, I think I continuously have a frog in my throat tonight, so we're just
A
gonna have to
frog?
deal with that. Yeah, there's something in my throat. I can't get it.
Clear it. Clear. If you were drinking this with me,
That would probably
you would
clog
not.
my throat even more.
Oh, well. Because of this bottle of wine, it inspired this story that we're going to tell tonight. And actually, these bottles come to life if you download the app.
Oh, Lord.
Are you serious? We need to download this app. That sounds like fun. But when I bought this bottle of wine, I was like, we need to do a wine-related story, which is what we're going to do. So the story we're going to talk about tonight, when we get started with that, is going to be about a haunted wine cabinet. Have you heard of this story before?
No. But I feel like it's a good one.
Oh, it's so good. And it's actually, and I don't know how to say it, and I feel like my tongue is going to fall off when I say it because I feel like it's a bad word. But, Elisa, it is harmful and carbful. It's both. But it is Dibbuk, a Dibbuk box, Dibbuk.
I don't know actually how to say that. We'll have to like look that up on dictionary.com.
I think it's Hebrew. I think it's a Hebrew word. But anyway, the story is about this man who bought it from this lady, and his whole shit gets turned upside down when he buys it. So that's what we're going to talk about. But before we do that, have you had any paranormal experiences this week? Anything weird happen?
Why, did you wish something upon me to happen?
I did not, but...
Did you have a feeling something happened?
No, I just... When I was doing the research for this story, weird shit kept happening. So I was like, I wonder if on the other side of the East Coast, if anything's happening to Donna.
No, I don't recall anything happening to me this week.
Well, it was happening to me. Let me see. Dibbuk. Is Misty really saying it right? Is that really how you say it?
I have no idea. She's probably just taking a stab.
Did you make that up, or is that really how you say it? Did you look it up? Okay. Let's talk about this wine cabinet because it's going to get your spirit. And I'm going to have to take pause breaks so I can just, because I feel like there's so much involved in it. We're going to have to like pause. Okay. So this takes place in 2001, back in 2001, and it was back in September. There was a man named Kevin Manis, and he attended an estate sale in Portland, Oregon. The items that were from the estate were belongings of a woman named Havela, who passed away when she was 103. So this lady lived for the ancient of days. Her granddaughter was the organizer of the sale, and she told Kevin that her grandmother had been born in Poland, and she actually grew up in Poland. She was married there. She had her family there. She actually lived there until she was sent to a Nazi concentration camp during World War II. She was the only member of her family that escaped. Everyone else died. Her parents, brothers, she had a sister, her husband, 2 sons, and a daughter, and all of them were killed, which is so freaking sad.
Yeah.
She only survived because she escaped with some of the other prisoners that were there in the camps. And they all actually went to Spain, and they lived out the rest of the war in Spain. She told her family, like, after she came over and like had, another family to the US, she told them all that when she returned from Spain, or when she came to the US from Spain, she brought with her only 3 things: the small wine cabinet, a steamer trunk, and a sewing box. That's all she brought with her when she came to the US. Those 3 things. So this lady had like quite a life, and she
Right.
lived to be 150. And there was like the history back from it when she was telling her family, like her granddaughters and her daughters and stuff about it. She was telling them that back in those days, like seances and stuff were like popular. Everybody did seances and played with Ouija boards and stuff like that. And she felt like she single-handedly caused the Holocaust, because like right after that is when her whole family got shipped off, and I guess it was her and like her cousin that were playing with it, and which of course she didn't. Lady, that was Adolf. He was crazy as shit. It wasn't you. But like, can you imagine living for 103 years with that guilt, like thinking that you are the cause of the Holocaust because you were playing with it anyway? So that poor lady, she that's what she felt. She thought that it was all her fault. So anyway, she died when she was 103. Kevin is at this estate sale, and he had his own furniture restoration business. He was looking at all the different furniture and stuff. He really liked the wine cabinet, and he thought that it would be nice to restore it and give it to his mom for her birthday. So he bought the wine cabinet, and he also bought the sewing box that she brought from Spain, and then he got some other like odds and ends. After he bought everything, he was approached by her granddaughter, who said, "Oh, I see you ended up buying the Dibbuk box," however you pronounce it, Misty, however we say it. And she was pointing to the wine cabinet when she said that, and he asked her what it was, the Dibbuk box. He asked what that was, and she told him that when she was growing up, her grandmother always kept the wine cabinet in her sewing room, and she kept it shut, and it was always on like a high shelf where the kids couldn't reach it. And
Wait,
that's what she did.
how big is a wine cabinet?
It's like, I'll show you the pictures of it. It's like literally like you could probably fit like 4 tall in it, and then big.
Okay.
It's not big, but it's enough to hold a few bottles and then some glasses. So she always kept it out of reach, and the grandma, when the granddaughter asked her grandma what was in the box and why she never opened it, she spit 3 times through her fingers and said, "There's a Dibbuk in there and a Castellum," which I don't know Hebrew, but those are probably bad things. The grandmother went on to tell her family that the wine cabinet was never, ever, ever to be opened, no matter what. Nobody was to ever open it. The granddaughter further explained to him that the grandma asked that the box be buried with her, but being that they were Jewish, that request was a rather unorthodox ask, and they felt uncomfortable going along with it for, religious reasons. So the grandmother's request was not honored. So Kevin asked the granddaughter if she wanted to keep it, and she got like pissed. She's like, "Fuck no, I'm not keeping this thing. You paid for it. You're taking it. You're getting out of here, and do not ask me again." But he's thinking, because she was like, when she was telling all the information to him, she was kind of getting emotional. Like, he's thinking maybe it's sentimental to her. Maybe it really meant something. It sounds like it was, a prized possession of the family, and she wanted to keep it in the family if she said, "I want to be buried with it." But that, I think, was more so for like the safety of everybody. She wanted it with her so no one else in the family could open it. But yeah, so he offered to let her keep it, and he told her that, he won't ask for the money back. She can just keep it if she wants it.
Yeah.
She's pissed off. She's like, "Nope, I don't want it. You have to keep it. You paid for it. Get it off my property." She started yelling at him. We made a deal, whatever. So he's like, "Okay, fine." Took his stuff and he left. So he took the cabinet to his store. Like I said, he refinished like furniture and stuff. He took the cabinet to the store and he put it in the basement workshop where he intended to refinish it and give it as a gift to his mother for her birthday, like we said. He didn't think anything more about it. He just left it at that. He opened the shop for the day, went to run some errands, and told the sales lady, he only had one lady that worked for him at the time. He told her, I'm leaving. I'll be back in a little bit, whatever. So about a half hour after that, she calls him on the phone, and she was hysterical and screaming and told him that someone was in the workshop breaking glass and swearing in the basement workshop. She said that the intruder had locked the iron security gates and the emergency exit, and she couldn't leave. So he tells her, call the police, but as soon as he's getting this out, his phone dies. So he speeds back to the shop and, hopes nothing happened to her, because that would be a liability if people were breaking into his shop trying to steal stuff. So I need to pause for a moment and have a sit.
I think I need to change my glasses because they're making me sweat.
This is so nasty.
They're so big and honking. My eyeballs cannot breathe. Okay. Oh, Chris is asking if a famous ghost hunter bought that box.
Yes. A famous ghost hunter did buy this box. At the end of the story, I will tell you all about it. But you are correct about that. Yeah. Our favorite douchebag. Anyway.
Oh.
So.
That guy.
Yeah. So, when he gets to his shop, he found that the gates were locked. He unlocked them, went inside, and found the sales girl on the floor in a corner of his office sobbing. He went down to the basement and went down the stairs. And at the bottom of the stairs, he was hit by an overpowering smell of cat piss.
Ugh.
There had never been any animals kept or found in the shop. None around the shop, nothing. And it was just like overwhelming cat piss. The lights didn't work. And once he investigated it, he found out that the reason why is because all of the bulbs in the basement were broken. They were still screwed in place, but they all were shattered. Every one busted, every light bulb. There was 9 incandescent bulbs and 10 4-foot fluorescent tubes. The fluorescent tubes had fallen out of the holder and shattered on the floor. And all the bulbs were still screwed in the socket, but they just were busted. He didn't find an intruder, but reminded himself that there was only one entrance to the basement, and it would have been impossible for anyone to exit the basement without meeting him head on. He went back up to speak with the sales girl, but she left, and she never came back. She quit. She never returned to work, and she had been there for 2 years. She did not come get her check. He tried to talk to her after that happened to try to find out, what she experienced, and she refused. Like, even to this day, she won't talk to him about it. She's like, nope, didn't want her check, wanted nothing to do with it. So a couple weeks go by, and nothing really happens. I mean, little things here and there, but he just chalks it up as, whatever stuff. Buildings shift, electricity can be faulty, just, it's whatever. So he decides to start refinishing the wood for his mom, and he learned that there was a mechanism on the door. When he finally decided to open it, it caused the opposite door to pop open and a drawer to pop open at the same time. So when you unlock it, there's like a mechanism on the inside that when you flip it, the other door and the drawer pop out at the same time. So when he got into it, inside the cabinet, he found a 1928 U.S. wheat penny, a 1925 U.S. wheat penny. Misty, are you loving that part? One small lock of blonde hair that was tied with string, a small lock of black-brown hair that was tied with string, a small granite statue engraved and gilded with Hebrew letters. And after he had it like looked at later on, he learned that it was it spelled out shalom.
Okay.
Rosebud, a golden wine cup, and one very strange black cast iron candlestick holder with octopus legs, which would have been your best.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Yeah. So He saved all of those items and he put them in a box with the intention to return them to the estate. And I found out after the story that he did contact them and told them, hey, I got into the box. This is what I found. And they said, absolutely not. Do not send any of that stuff to us. We don't want it. Keep it, trash it, whatever. Do not send it back. So they wanted no part of that. After opening the cabinet, he decided not to refinish it. He rubbed some lemon oil on it and noticed that there was an inscription in Hebrew carved into the back of the cabinet. He didn't understand what it said, but he took pictures of it to try, hopefully to find somebody that could decipher what it said.
Right.
On his mother's birthday, October 28th, she called to tell him that she was going out of town with his sister for a few days and that they would need to postpone celebrating her birthday together until she came back. He's like, okay, that's fine, whatever. So on October 31st, she came to his shop and they were going to go have lunch together to celebrate her birthday. And he gave her the wine cabinet. He said, I need to go make a phone call. So he went outside, and not even 5 minutes later, his new employee came outside and said, hey, there's something wrong with your mom. You need to come in here. So he goes back inside, and he sees her sitting in a chair beside the cabinet. Her face had no expression, but tears were streaming down her cheeks. And no matter how he tried to get her to respond, she couldn't. She couldn't talk, at all. And he took her to the hospital. An ambulance took her to the hospital, and it ended up that she had a stroke and she was suffering from partial, paralysis. So she couldn't talk. She couldn't speak. She couldn't form words. He gave her a sign with letters, and she would point to the letters to make words until she could start talking again. She could understand what people were saying to her. So he would ask her, can you hear me? Blah, blah, blah. And she, she knew what he was saying. So when he asked her, the next day he came back and he asked her how she was doing, she teared up and she spelled out no gift. And he started laughing. He's like, I didn't forget your birthday, Mom. It's, don't forget, I gave you this wine cabinet. I don't want you to think I forgot. I don't know if you remember, but I gave it to you yesterday. And then she got pissed and spelled out the words hate gift, telling him I hated it. It did this to me. I don't want this thing. So he's just like, okay, not a problem. I'm sorry. I'll give it to somebody else. It's not a big deal. So all this crazy stuff is happening, but he's not thinking that it has anything to do with this wine cabinet. He's not, the employee left, his light bulb's bust, all this shit. He's not thinking that it's, this cabinet. So continuing, at that point, he gives the cabinet to his sister. And he's like, okay, so Mom didn't want this. She thinks it's a piece of shit, but I worked very hard on it. So would you like to have it? So he gives it to her. She kept it for a week and then gave it back to him and told him that the doors kept flying open on their own. And he was like, I don't know how that is because there's no springs in the doors. They can't fucking pop open. And they didn't do that when I had it. So he's like, okay, fine. I'll take it back. So then he gives it to his brother and his brother's wife. They kept it for 3 days and then gave it back. His brother said it smelled like jasmine flowers. Every time he would go near it, he smelled jasmine. But his wife said every time she went near it, it smelled like cat piss. So whatever spirit was in the box, depending on who was near it, the scent was different.
Yeah.
Which is really weird. So he's trying to give it to his family. Nobody in the family wants it. So after that, he brought it back to his shop and sold it to an older couple. And 3 days later, when he came to open the shop for the day, he found the cabinet sitting in the front, on the front foyer of the store. And there was a sign on it that they had written that said, this has a bad darkness. We don't want it. And they just left it there.
Wow. Okay.
So, yeah. So at this point, would you have thought that there's anything wrong with this cabinet? What would you have done if this has been you this whole time, and now the fourth people that you're trying to give it to, the fourth set of people, they're like, no, I don't want that. What would you have done?
I probably would have just kept it because nothing probably actually happened was just all coincidental somehow.
That's what you would be thinking, that it was all coincidental?
Until something happens to me, it's all coincidence.
I'm a little scared asshole of everything. I would be taking that thing to the church. I would be calling a pastor, a priest, a bishop, a rabbi, all of them together. Let's all hold hands and sing Kumbaya and get the bitch in this box out this thing. Whatever y'all want to do with it, please. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. That's not what he did. So he takes the cabinet home, and of course things escalated, because why wouldn't they? It's a freaking haunted wine cabinet. So then he starts having these strange dreams, like these nightmares. And every time he had the dream, he found himself walking with a friend, and it was usually somebody that he knew really well and trusted. He would find himself looking into their eyes, and he would realize that they would turn into an evil-looking hag, and then they would start beating the shit out of him. Every single time. Every time.
And then
it was
did this happen in real life eventually? Was it a premonition?
Did he get the shit beat out of him by a hag? Is that what you're asking? No, a hag did not beat the shit out of him. However, hey David, no. I mean, maybe, but he didn't tell that in this story. In the part that I read, that did not happen. So, I need a sip of water. Let's discuss how nasty this wine is for just 1 second. Has anybody purchased this 19 Crimes wine, Cabernet Sauvignon? And if you have purchased it, how are you still alive to discuss it? How did you not burn off?
Hold on, I need to make a little bit of noise real quick, because okay.
The cat urine smell means something?
It means you got a cat.
Huh?
It means you got a cat like that. Oh man, that smells very distinct.
Like ammonia, like really, like I feel like I've read that there are other smells that if you smell something specific, like that means something is around, but I don't remember it being cat piss. Like that's not, like I don't know. I know if you smell burning, you have a brain tumor, or like burnt toast, but cat piss, I don't associate that with like demonic.
I mean, I don't know. I could bust out if I knew where my book was, my Hauntings for Dummies book. It might say something about it. One day I'll have to actually read that book that my cousin got me.
Pull it up and see if there's anything in there that says anything about cat piss. Look down the chapters and see if there's a chapter that's labeled cat piss.
Oh Lord.
The smell of demons. Because I really need to know this.
Oh, I gotta get that. Shit, was that my phone or your phone? Something just happened. No.
I'm waiting for anything to happen on your end. Ma'am, you must come back.
Am I not there?
You're there, but I was concerned that you were not. Okay. Let's pull out ye old Google and Google the cat piss real quick while you're looking in your book. But I should probably type in urine because that's more professional. And now I'm blind. And there's an animal flying in my face. Okay. A smelly spirit. This post says that it smells. I thought you said a Groupon. Misty, I was reading that and I thought you were going to look up for a Groupon for the cat pee. Okay. Smelly spirit. We have no smell in our house, but I'm wondering if there would be a spirit here because once in a while we smell cat piss and we have no cats. Okay, so other people are saying cat piss. That is the nastiest I can ever. Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. It looks so used and worn, but I promise you, I've looked in this book 5 times.
And it has the cat piss?
No, I don't know. It just looks very used. You know, I really should look into this because it looks like there's actually some ghost stories and stuff in here.
Yes, yes. What if a ghost fart is cat piss? What if that's what their tubes smell like,
What
Misty?
am I missing? That
Misty
ghost
said she
part.
smells ghost fart. That is a ghost fart. All the years in the nethers, maybe it smells like cat pee pee. We don't know. My wonderful husband was going to give me one of his beers for this show, and then he decided not to because he's like, I know you're not going to like it, and
I'd
I don't want
rather
to drink
beer
it.
over wine if it came down to it, really.
Bay,
Like,
are
if I'm
you
gonna have
watching?
to have a carb like that, then it's gonna have to be beer.
I
Unless
just want to be.
it's Moscato or something sweet.
I just saw. Oh, I almost just spilled this wine all over, and he would have killed me. But I definitely just saw something fly above your head, and I don't know if it was a dust or a bug or
It was probably
something.
one of those two. Because
Someone just above your head.
I did just
And
see
this,
something fly by my light, so it was probably a piece of dust. My room is pretty dirty. I don't clean ever.
well, and just, can you first tell me if there's someone in my nose? Do you see someone in there? I feel like there's someone in there.
Well, I can't tell.
Can't tell if I have
It's
boogers? Okay.
it's just
I feel
it's not very good. It's not HD, so I can't tell.
okay. So while you're looking for that,
I have no idea
let's
what I'm
read.
looking for.
So while you're looking for cat piss, let's go back and remember that he's having the nightmares about the hag beating the shit out of him that is really his friend. Okay. So while he's having these dreams, he would wake up with like bruises and marks and scratches all over his body from getting beat up in his dreams. And this whole time, all of this is happening, all the shit that happened before, he still is not thinking that there's anything wrong with this wine cabinet. He is not thinking that, oh, my life was just fine and dandy and nightmare free prior to me bringing this into my house, but that's okay. He hasn't figured it out yet. So Paranorman did a sail above your head. That's what I saw. He was just flying by for fun.
He's actually
So
stuffed away right now because cats kept trying to get him.
they wanted a snack of that man. Okay. So not long after the nightmares started, he had his sister and brother and his brother's wife come over, and he made dinner, and they were drinking, and they ended up staying the night or whatever. The next morning, after they were all hanging out, see, fuck that, David. He is going to kick him out of here talking about the other mother. I swear. I can't.
If Tim Burton did that movie, that would have been the next painting, but I'm working on Corpse Bride now.
Would not be your friend ever again.
Oh, I'm gonna do it, but because the sale is strictly Tim Burton, I'm not gonna work on. Well, I've got some more coffin-shaped stuff coming in, and I'm gonna definitely paint an other mother on there just for you.
I am going to be very, very upset because
I don't see anything in here about smells. Like, I looked under the letter S, and I looked under P for phantom smells. What am I missing?
there's nothing. There's no chapter labeled cat piss. Okay.
No.
All right. So do some extensive research on the cat piss then, because I know it's there. Okay. So he had his brother and his brother's wife and his sister. They all stayed the night, had dinner, had drinks, turn up the next morning when it's breakfast time. His sister started complaining. She's like, last night I had the worst nightmare, and I've had it before. And then she started describing the nightmare about how she was with one of her friends who turned into a hag that beat the shit out of her. And then his brother and his brother's wife were looking at her across the table, and they're like, what the hell did you just say? Because we had the exact same dream last night. They each dreamt that they were with one of their friends, and they each turned into an old hag and then got the shit beat out of them. All of them are dreaming this exact same dream. And
That does sound pretty abnormal.
yeah. And that's when fucking Kevin, is an idiot at this point because he still hasn't figured out of all this shit that's been happening that it's that box. So fucking Kevin says, I've been having that nightmare too. So then he calls his girlfriend. Remember, he gave the box to his girlfriend for 3 days, and then she's like, or 2 days, and then she's like, can you sell this, please? So, hey, Craig. So then he puts her on speakerphone. He's like, hey, when you had that box, did you have any nightmares? And she goes, yeah, I did. I had a nightmare that I was with so-and-so, and then she turned into this old lady and beat the shit out of me. Okay. So the brother and sister and the sister-in-law are all looking at each other like, okay, something's going on here because we're all dreaming the same stuff. Hey, Greg. So, yeah. Finally, a week after that discussion took place, he started seeing shadow things like flying around his apartment, like in his peripheral vision. He's seeing like shadow things darting around. One night he woke up and there was a black shadow flying toward him, and when it got to its face, it like flew away. People would come to his house, like friends and stuff. Whenever they would come, they're like, I keep seeing shadows here, so I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Why is there black foggy things flying at me? So then he decided that he was going to put the cabinet in an outside storage unit. And the day that he did that, later that evening, the smoke alarm went off. And so he woke up, went outside in the middle of the night to see what was on fire. Obviously nothing. But he walked into a magical puff cloud of cat urine. And so he's like, okay, he gets some sleep. So he brought the box back in the house. And he sat it in the living room where he was sitting and fell asleep at his computer because he's like, I need to research this. So I need to figure out what's going on. What's up with this box? So he falls asleep with the box next to him. And he has that dream again. And this time he can't breathe. He like wakes up in the middle of the night, can't breathe, feels like he's being choked, and he sees the black shadow thing. And then it darts down the hall. So finally he had enough. He's like, okay, I'm not doing this anymore. So he puts it up on eBay to sell it on eBay.
And that's when that famous ghost hunter buys it?
No.
Oh.
He puts it up on eBay, and while he's waiting for it to sell, he comes home one day and all 10 of his fish are dead, floating in their fish tank. Hi, Joy. I love that we're seeing new people in here. But yeah, all the fish die. So then that's like the story that he has from his perspective online. Like I did some research through different sites and stuff, and that's what I found for him. Then I found, let me pull this up and send to your beloveds. I'm going to put this in the chat so you can see it. It is going to bless your spirits. This is the eBay listing of when he sold it. Did you just fall?
Yeah. No. I didn't want to sneeze on camera.
You didn't want to sneeze on camera? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, I had to go off camera for a minute because I ugly sneeze.
Oh. Okay. Oh. So I just put the link in the comments. If anybody wants to pull that up and look at it, you can actually see the Dibbuk box wine thing. There's pictures of it where you can see the like inscription on the back. You can see how it opens. This drink be good. Not that one. That thing was not the business. But you can see pictures of it. But then like the next part of the story goes into the perspective of one of the people that bought it from him. It sold like 3 times. And now fucking Zach Baggins, T Baggins of the Douchebaggins has it in his museum. I can't stand him. Oh, I hate him with all the passions. But anyway, so this I'm going to read to you. And this is the perspective of one of the people that bought it from Kevin, the guy that bought it from the granddaughter. He said, I bought the box from the first seller above in the eBay auction around June of 2003 out of curiosity because this is like the haunted box. After receiving a deluge of email about the box, I probably said that word wrong. I set up a website to answer some questions, which I stopped updating in September, and I haven't updated to this day because I don't want to talk about it with anyone anymore. For the sake of information, I found out that Dibbuk in Jewish folklore mythology is a misplaced spirit that can neither rise to heaven or descend to hell, essentially stuck in limbo or purgatory, which is why they trap it in the box, which, okay, makes sense. That box cursed Post Malone. I saw something about that, Post Malone and something or other. What do you know about that? I need you to tell me the details about that one, Chris, because I saw a little snippet of it and I was like, I need to read about that, but I did not. I
Is
just
that
know
when he
that
almost died and had a crash landing in my city?
That's when he had the box?
I don't know. I'm asking. He was on a plane and they didn't crash land. He was on a plane and something went wrong and they had an emergency land in my city.
I remember that. I do recall that.
Well, not 5 minutes away from me. It's not my city. But my local airport, we can say.
Yeah. This kid learned that the Hebrew carving on the back of the box said, he thinks it's a Jewish prayer that says, Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one. Blessed is the name of his honored kingdom forever. And I guess the Jewish people say that frequently, like when they're scared or when they're around like a funeral or something or whatever. So this guy he was doubtful. He didn't really believe it was haunted. And he says he still doesn't believe in the paranormal. But coincidentally, things started happening. He says that he has 2 roommates and they've been taking turns sleeping with the box in each of their rooms because it becomes overwhelming for one person to carry it like a burden for too many days in a row.
Okay, why do you have to keep it in your room? Why can't you just leave it out in the living room?
Right.
Why do you even have to keep it? Why don't you just like put it, I don't know.
Why would you buy it in the place? Why? $280? I would never pay $280. Please come visit me and haunt my home. Never. I would never. He said 2 of my roommates are complaining of burning eyes. One is listless and depleted of energy, and another one became spontaneously sick. A few days later, ongoing annoyances started. The air outside our house was filled with small bugs for several hours. Last night we discovered the box, now located in the back corner of the house, had mostly opened up and we had it shut. It seems unlikely that anyone would have touched it. Strange odors now permeate the house. The dumpster out back overflows with trash and decay. One roommate suddenly gets bronchitis. Well, if your house smells, but you have a dumpster in the back full of shit, okay, you just answered that one.
Yeah.
I broke. Okay. Several mice have died in the engine of a car. Are you sure your car is not in the dumpster? Why would you have mice in your car?
Where are they from? Because that's where a lot of little animals will go to for warmth in the winter or even on cold nights. So
Missouri. I think he was in Missouri.
Yeah, so that's not that unusual.
Around October 6th, I started feeling bad with trouble sleeping. The problem has persisted through today. I live alone now, and I noticed that I keep replacing burnt light bulbs. I have a lot of unusual car repairs. I've started seeing things like vertical dark blurs in my peripheral vision. I smell something like juniper bushes or stingy ammonia in my garage often, but I don't know what they're from. Most disturbingly, my hair began to fall out, and it's almost half gone. I'm in my early 20s, and I just got a clean blood test back from the doctors. Maybe it's stress-related. So I'm going to get all your hair.
We all know somebody that started going bald when they were in high school, so
Hello.
Hello.
What ended up happening, I kind of was following through. The guy Kevin sold it to this turd
Heard.
who college, and he had like all these roommates, whatever. But then another guy bought it from him who was a professor for a college. Then he did like religious something or other. But then Zach Baggs of My Hate bought it from him, and he now has it for his museum. But if all this stuff was happening to you, and it didn't start happening until you brought this wine box in your house, wouldn't you think to set it on top of your car and then drive 100 and slam on your brakes and let it roll off? Like, I could think of it that way. Throw it off a cliff. I wouldn't burn it because I think they say, like, if you burn haunted stuff, like, worse things happen, but
Yeah, it doesn't, I don't know.
I need to watch that video. We are going to watch. We need to know about it if Post Malone is still alive. Is he still alive? Did he touch it? That's what we need to do. Figure out if he did.
My computer froze.
But if you're interested in purchasing a Dibbuk box, Gregory gave me this idea because he tried to get me to buy one, and I said absolutely never in my ever. So I will put a couple postings that I found in our chat of where you can purchase one if you would like to buy one, and I will never. There's one.
Crystal, are you still there? Because I think I'm having issues on my end.
I'm here.
Are you are you watching us from a computer? Because something's up with my computer.
Oh, she can see me. I see you.
Okay. So it's my computer.
It's the box.
It must be the box. It's something.
There is another one. Where is?
Like, I'm trying to pull up our live from my computer, and it's not working.
It's the box. I told you. It's coming.
Damn box.
Here's another one if anybody wants to buy that one. One of them is only $19.99, so you get a discounted Spirit. You get a Spirit on clearance for that one.
Let me try some. Hello.
Back. Hello. I can see you. You look beautiful. Are you there?
Thanks. I don't know. Something's up with this. Okay, I think it's better now.
That's what I'm saying, Dollar General Spirit.
Wait. What were you talking about? What? What did I miss?
I put the links to some Dibbuk boxes from eBay if you're interested in purchasing one. One of them is on sale for $19.99, so you might get a clearance Spirit. That ghost might just come and like rearrange things in your home.
I need to get in. If these things sell, I need to get into this Spirit box thing and just old ghosts and skeletons in there.
Dude, they sell. And one of the boxes that I put, I think the first link that I put on there, there's a bone on top of it. It's a mystery bone. It looks like a clavicle. I don't know what those look like, but I think
plenty of teeth I could put on there.
It's a clavicle. He would be smoking a 305. Drinking a natty. You should. Go take them in a haunted location and let them stay the night there. Chris, take your dolls to a haunted location and have them spend the night and then market them that way. Can you scoot your camera over a little bit, Donna? I'm trying to see that Jack Skellington something on the wall that I have not seen before. What is that?
Finished that yesterday. Hold on. I'm barely wearing pants, so let me just do this.
Oh my Lord! Donna's gonna know.
Can you see?
Donna's giving peep shows. Yeah.
Why do I need to be wearing some pants?
Is that a canvas?
It's not. It's wood.
What?
It's wood.
Turn it.
It's just.
Oh.
It's a wood sign.
Where did you get that from?
I bought them last year from a store, and I can't remember which one. But they do make coffin-shaped canvases, but they're like $100 to $150, and I've only seen one person that makes them. So
I just saw something move in the reflection of Sunny's computer.
It was Sunny.
It's the Dollar General ghost. It's going to I didn't think enough to see things. Sir. Y'all better come get this sir out of my house. If there is a sir in this house and he's not paying.
Put him in a Dibbuk box.
What?
Put him in a Dibbuk box.
Not in my house, there is never.
Well, you're going to have to, if that's what that is that's there, you're just going to have to make yourself a Dibbuk box, put them in there, and sell them on eBay.
Sir, that's why we had all these issues trying to get started. It's this story. It's coming to haunt everybody. I can't ever.
Yeah.
There is a spirit in this wine. It is haunting my taste buds. I swear. I keep taking sips hoping that it gets delicious, and it never does.
Honestly, I would just have chugged it by now.
I can't do that. I'll spit wine all over this monitor. I keep wanting to be fancy and get into wine, but it tastes like an asshole.
I would rather you either just drink White Claw or make yourself a nice mixed beverage before.
I feel like this is what I would pour in a cut to cleanse it. That's what it tastes like to me. It tastes like it would kill every germ in a cut that I ever had.
Sacramental wine.
That's exactly. This is an antiseptic. If you would like to get drunk and cleanse every finger
iodine,
you ever have, buy this. Yes, bless another life, please. What are the haunted stores? Greg has worked in 4 different haunted stores in Florida.
Wow.
Ooh, what are they? Let's find out.
Oh, do you want to take a break now and start talking to people?
Yeah, let's do that, because Misty just said my wine has legs and they need to close them. If this wine were a city, I would call it Daytona Beach, because it tastes like what I imagine dirty HIV hookers taste like this wine.
That's
I call it Ridgewood. This is the Ridgewood edition of this wine.
I am just not trying to, I don't know what I was trying to say. Forget what I don't even know.
I am waiting to find out about Greg's 4 haunted stores in Florida that he worked in.
Well, while we're waiting, we can answer some other questions.
Do what?
We can answer some other questions. It seems like it must be a very, very, very long paragraph.
How do you let it breathe? Let the wine breathe. How do you breathe into it?
Like,
Do I need
honestly, I have never
bubbles?
seen much of a difference after decanting a wine. Like, it just,
How do you do that?
like, I don't understand
It's
how it actually makes it taste any different.
it's I can tell this is what I know about this wine. It's red. I know that. It is red. It smells like a cleaning product. And it tastes antiseptic. That's what I know about this wine. It doesn't taste bubbly. There's no bubbles in it. How do I do it? Does this one make a horn sound like the other bottle? Do you remember last week when we were talking about the haunted ship? This is my best. This is my best toot toot. Oh my gosh. Okay. Saving this bottle forever. This is my best.
Oh my God.
But I need it to be a delicious juice box. I'm sitting here thinking that because these wines that I'm getting have a cork, that they would be delicious. And all 19 of the crimes were creating this wine. That's what the crimes are. Drinking it, creating it, selling it, and 16 other crimes.
Mm-mm. I'm kind of curious on what this Walking Dead wine tastes like.
Open it and let's see.
Oh, I'm not opening it tonight.
Next time, open it and let's see.
I'm
It'll get your
thinking I was gonna save it for something.
yeah.
I don't know what. I've been off of wine because of all the carbs, but I haven't lost any weight, so it doesn't matter. Might as well just drink it.
Fine then. I've been doing really good with my carbs and not eating very many of them. And I thought
just drink them all.
Well, I don't ever drink carbs even. I don't do anything really with carbs lately, but I thought this supposedly is good for your heart, so I would drink it. And it's really good for ruining my taste for the rest of my life. So maybe I will get thin from drinking this nasty crap.
Maybe.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. So I guess he's writing a book.
What?
I think he's writing a book, so maybe we either continue on with the story or if anybody has any questions thus far.
I did want to ask everybody if there was any specific stories that I haven't had any French fries and it's been a depressing time of my life.
Right.
Because I love a French fry for my ever being. But is there any stories that you guys love with all of your spirit that you would like us to research and talk about on a show? That's what I wanted to ask last week and I forgot. So I can make a list of all of the shows that we want to talk about. And while we're doing that, I found a list of 11 supposed haunted items.
Okay, it sounds like a tornado is about to whip through here.
At your house?
Yeah.
No, ma'am. There is apparently, did you know that there is a sexy spirit bra that has the spirit of a sexy woman attached to it? I'm telling you, it's one of the top 11. This bra, and I'm going to show you what it looks like.
Yes, I need to see this bra. And
it
the
looks
spirits
ragged.
that are attached to it.
I have. Let me show you this bra.
Oh, you're just going to okay, no links. That looks like a very crusty bra.
It looks like she may have been lactating and then just never washed it.
It looks like too many spirits are in there.
Apparently, the bra contains the spirit of a sexy woman, and wearing it will allegedly ensure not just great support, but a constant stream of admiration and gifts.
Oh.
It was made in the 50s. It's a size 32A.
That does not look like
Big.
an A cup.
A 32A, that's what my 6-year-old daughter wears. So you've got to be wrapped to harness its powers. But some of its benefits can be enjoyed even if you don't plan on wearing it. You can place the bra by a lit candle to see her spirit in full body apparition. It's apparently being sold on eBay. If you break out a red candle, you can have an erotic encounter with the spirit.
Oh, I keep like seeing all these stories popping up in my news feed about like people having sex with spirits.
I've been hearing about that too, and I'm confused. I have questions. Can you get spirit?
Can you get what?
Is there a ghostly HIV? That's what I need to know. Like, people say that it happens. Like, I've read that recently too. And what was it? There was an Ed and Lorraine Warren case where the whole family was getting it from a ghost.
Yeah, that was
the dad.
Wait a minute. Was that Haunting in Connecticut or Amityville?
Neither. It was the family. Let me look it up. I don't remember. Let me find out who that is. They were saying, because the wife was saying that a ghost came and got her. And then the husband was like, he came and got me too.
Yeah,
okay.
It was on Sally Jesse Raphael, and I told you I was watching it when we were talking about it. The hell case was that?
What?
The hell case was that? No, it wasn't Haunting in Connecticut. It was the other one.
No, it was like the family. It's something with an SH.
Well, they did the movie on them.
What?
They did a movie on them. No.
Oh, I thought they had a roofie. Okay, so ghosts are screwing people and giving roofies? Okay. That's what I thought you said. I said, okay.
I thought they did that movie. No. Which one was that? That was, they lived in some apartment and they kept saying, or people around them that lived around them said that they were just trying to get rent money or publicity so that they didn't have to pay rent. And now I can't remember if they even did a movie on that one. I don't think they did.
I don't know. It's one of the more popular. Was it The Conjuring? No, it wasn't The Conjuring. One of them was molested by a demon.
They were all like molested by a demon.
The whole family. One of the stories, the whole family was like molested by a demon. We gotta look it up. It wasn't The Conjuring. It was a family that started with like an SH something or other. I can't think of it. It's like Smurl. Is that a family? Smurl family?
There we go.
Smurl. I was right. How did I remember? Okay. Jack and Janet Smurl. It was in West Pittston. And yes, this is it. It caused loud noises. It gave bad odors, but it does not specify if it was cat piss. It threw their dog into a wall, poor Bessie, shook their mattress, pushed one of their daughters down a flight of stairs, and physically and sexually assaulted Jack Smurl on many occasions. Sir.
Well, when I watched the interview on Sally Jesse, it had said that they were like pretty much all molested by this thing.
Yeah. But I think it started with him. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Mayonnaise.
Sneeze mayonnaise?
Oh. Huh?
You're gonna sneeze mayonnaise?
No, supposedly if you have to sneeze, if you say mayonnaise, it makes your sneeze confused and then you don't sneeze, which must have worked because I didn't sneeze.
Well, it certainly made me confused.
Well, then it did its job. They say that the demon shook mirrors and the furniture, and they tried to persuade it to leave by playing religious music and praying. They saw dark masses in the home. It scribbled on the mirror, "Get out." The ghost did that. It told him to get out. That's the one that they were saying was like a hoax, a charade, a ghost story, because they're saying that they wanted money.
Yeah, because they were late on their rent or some crap like that.
Yeah, Smurl. And then they moved to Wilkes-Barre. Yeah, and that was back in the 80s. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out, why are people saying this all of a sudden? I mean, has this been happening all along and people are just like, is there like a hashtag Me Too for ghosts that we don't know about? I'm trying to figure it out.
There's that one new show on Netflix where that girl,
What?
that new show on Netflix. What is it? I can't remember the name of it. The new one where they talk about their hauntings and stuff.
There's a new one?
No, you watched it. You watched it where she has sexual encounters with the ghost that she took the headstone of.
Honey, that was her bae. She had to get a whole entire divorce from her husband for that ghost. That was bae. What is that show? I'm finding it right now. So all of you can go watch it if you have not. Because...
And that one guy that was getting messed with by the demon, and he actually had him tattooed on himself or something like that.
Yeah.
That one was really messed up. He was probably very schizo. But what do I know?
It was called My Something.
And then that lady that looks like... Do you remember Squidbillies?
I never watched like a full episode of that. It was on Adult Swim, wasn't it? I watched a little bit of it. But
the really fat lady that lived in the dump?
I remember a fat something in a trailer.
No, she lives like outside in a dumpster. Not a dumpster, but like a junkyard.
I don't remember that lady.
Okay, never mind. But that's what that one lady on that show made me think of.
I know the lady you're talking about. Her eye was like...
Her eyeball was about to leave her head.
What was that show?
It's like Haunting something on Netflix.
Oh, that lady.
Yeah, it's just like called Haunted.
It's just called Haunted?
I think so.
Listen. That lady, you guys, this is serious.
Poor lady.
Is it called Haunted?
Yes.
It is called Haunted.
Like, they really just, for this show, they just like, they didn't care. They just took whoever applied for it.
Which story did she tell? Do you remember?
No, I think it was like a generic ghost story, though. It's
really...
Unfortunately, the most memorable thing about it was...
It was the Netflix show, right?
Yeah.
Okay, listen, this is very serious. We have to find this lady. I will not be able to go on with my evening if we do not find that lady.
I feel like I gotten a screenshot of it before and sent it to the group.
To the group you did?
Yeah. Like while I was watching that show, like that lady, and then the guy that like has all the scars and stuff because he said he was scratched by the demon all the time. I had a
Yeah,
screenshot of him that I sent there too. Let me see if I can pull it up from Messenger.
I'm gonna get my spirit together
Are we done with that
because
other story though?
yeah, that was pretty much it. And then I sent the links to everybody so everybody can buy their own Dibbuk box and haunt their homes. And then I was going through the 11 haunted items that you can purchase. There's a haunted donkey.
What? Did you say haunted donkey?
Yes. I tried to say it with such a face. It's a juice container. It's a juice container. And there's a donkey. But it doesn't look like a donkey. It looks like a deer. Anyway, let me show you the haunted donkey. Everybody look at this haunted donkey.
What is that?
It's like a juice decanter, and it has little like espresso cups so you can drink the juice. It is a small decorative juice container, and it has a surprisingly spooky backstory. According to its owner, it spontaneously fills up with water. The inherited piece of kitsch has been exhibiting the odd behavior for years, since the owner was a child. At first, they suspected that their grandmother, who owned the item at the time, was filling it with water. But once she died, they discovered that there was something else at play. One night, the seller knocked against the jug by accident and noticed that it sounded like it had liquid in it. When I investigated, I found there was indeed water inside. I thought maybe it was a mistake, but it kept happening sporadically ever since. I'm not scared or anything. This is what the seller says. I'm not scared or anything, but I'm just not into this type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I wish my Nana well in the afterlife, but it's just not for me. Well, if anybody wants to buy the haunted donkey, I think it's for sale on eBay. Let's see if I can find the haunted donkey, because I know somebody wants to buy it.
I wish I just kept these screenshots because I'm going through forever and a day here.
Okay, I type in haunted donkey and Donkey Kong comes up in every form for every system. That's not what I want. Okay.
That's weird.
The next item, there's a bunch. Shoes that go tap in the night. There's apparently a pair of shoes you can buy. They are said to contain the spirit of a little girl called Lisa. Lisa! These shoes were found by someone who was curating their late aunt's estate. They were tucked in a nursery closet alongside various Victorian clothes and toys. They suspected that they were haunted. Since there was a lot of knocking in the nursery closet, we figured that's what it was, haunted shoes. If they were actually possessed, tap dancing might wake one up in the middle of the night. They've heard tap dancing ever since. The noise wasn't the only indication of the shoes' otherworldly nature. The house they were found in was rumored to be home to a number of guests, including that of a woman who had murdered her baby there in the 19th century. Ugh!
Did you get it? Finally found him.
You found the lady
I found
or
both.
the man?
Both of them.
I need to see them both. Misty, are you alive?
Let me see if it lets me so that people know what we're talking about. Oh, no, that does not work. Ignore that. It doesn't work.
It's not you, Lisa. Oh, well. Misty, if a alien item has flown into your backyard, please let us know. Where
Okay,
are you?
forward it, but where? Okay.
Do you have a link?
No, I can just.
I need to see her. It's just gonna get my.
It's in. I sent it to the group chat.
The picture?
Yes.
You better tell that hood rat not to steal your boat. Okay, let me see. I'm looking for the image.
I can't
This is a
send it to the chat here.
Yeah, what you put in the chat is it's our live feed, so that's not the accurate.
We'll just have to post it onto the page and then people can see it there.
Please do, because I really need you guys to watch that show on Netflix if you have not seen it, if for no other reason but to see Jabba and watch her tell her story, because it will get your life.
I'm going to hell. I'm so mean.
I'm not trying to be mean. I swear I'm not. Lord knows. But listen. let me get a sip before this word comes out of my mouth. I need to think very clearly about what I'm going to say. Listen. She needs to sue the makeup crew that was supposed to take care of her face before they did that show. They didn't even try to help that lady. They left her out there as a target. And we're teaching our children not to be bullies. But this lady, they did her dirty. That's all I can say. They did her wrong. They did her wrong. You need to find. Why can't we find the picture of her right this second?
Like I can find okay, to link to it, I can't do that.
I just want to see a picture. I can hold the picture of that lady up on the screen. Like I really just need to see.
I can
What is
post
her
it
name?
to our Facebook page, but we'd seem like haters. Some people would hate us. Okay, here's
That's why we do right now.
I'm gonna post it for like 5 minutes, and you guys have to go to the Haunt Coco page to see these pictures. And then I'm going to take them down because I feel like an asshole.
Hi, Paula. I love with all my heart and soul that you are such a caring, loving person, because I am sitting here waiting the excitement of Christmas morning to look at this lady's face. I need to see it.
I'm getting it.
I need y'all to look at this lady. And I'm...
Hold on. Wait, where'd it go? Oh, it's in downloads. And then the other picture of the other guy, the other dude, he has like he looks like he was hit in the head with like an axe or something. He's got like a butt head. Like
I remember that guy.
Okay. I'm terrible.
That was
a horrible person. Here we go. I am posting it to the page now. You have about 5 minutes to look at it before I feel like a complete asshole.
We're talking Inch. We're talking about that ghost show on Netflix where the people are telling their ghost stories. Somebody is banging around in one of the apartments near me. They're going to get a punch. Okay, so she posted the picture. Okay, I'm just going to bring them up right now.
I need to take some asshole sips. Such a jerk. That was such an asshole.
Everybody see? Oh, God. I almost just lost my laptop. Listen. It is unfortunate. And they let that lady, they did that to her. Why did they let her be on that show like that? That's what I'm trying to figure out. You can't even be mad at that lady because she had a professional makeup crew that could have helped her in any way, shape, or form, and they gave up. That lawsuit. Yes.
She's missing a lot of things.
One more again.
Okay, so the other guy, he was haunted by a demon that constantly, apparently, cut him all the time, and he's got all these, like, scars and everything all over him, but he also has this head shape that looks like a butt, like from up here. Like it's not even a butt chin, it is a literal butt head.
Yeah, I'll pull up his picture. His is a scar, isn't it, from like the demon attacks?
I don't know, but it looks like somebody whacked him in the head with a freaking axe. That's what that looks like.
What is summer teeth? What is summer teeth?
What is Chris saying?
Chris, summer teeth.
What is the summer teeth? I don't get it.
Summer there, summer not.
I get it now.
This like Butterface. Everything looks good, Butterface. Summer teeth. That just gave my spirit. That just gave all of my spirit.
All of it.
I am sobbing. Do you see the tears? Oh my god, that is the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Okay, Steven just sent a gif of Sloth from the Goonies.
I think we need to change the name of our show to Mean Assholes because that's what I feel like right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty much a dick. I'm gonna take down that post now because I feel like it could be.
Here's the guy. I know, it was horrible. It really was horrible. I cannot help but laugh though because I'm one of those people that
I know. First of all,
Summer Teeth was funny to me, but I'm one of those people that laugh in awkward situations when you're not supposed to laugh, when things are 100% not supposed to be funny. That's when I laugh, and I can't help it. It just happens. But that was hysterical, Summer Teeth. But here's the guy. Scar. Isn't the scar on his head from something that the demon did?
I don't think so. I think it's just I think that's just his head.
I need to watch that episode again. I think something happened where like something fell. I feel like something fell on his head.
Are we gonna continue this? Because if we're gonna continue this, I'm gonna go get my last White Claw.
Yeah, do that.
Okay.
That's the guy. And if you don't, it's called Paranormal Survivor. That's the name of the show. And if you haven't watched it, you need to watch it. Every time you turn your camera to things in your room, I'm waiting for one of them to fall over.
It might.
If you haven't watched it, you need to watch it. This guy, in that episode, you can see like he's got all these scars like all over his arms from it like attacking him. Whatever the entity was like attacking him in his house. And his mom, wasn't his mom on the show talking about like she couldn't do anything about it? I don't remember, but what's mean? Oh, Sloth. But yeah, you need to watch that show. It's really good. But that guy, like, the guy is like obsessed with it. Like, I feel like he wanted to get rid of it, but then he kind of just like embraced the entity for what it was and started getting the tattoos. Oh, that's you too, about the awkward laughing. I can't even tell you how many times I'd be in church and would get in trouble because something was not funny and I'd be busting out laughing and my mom would be like, you're gonna get a spanking just because it was funny. But that's how I am. Like, I can't help it. I just can't help it. But yeah. But y'all, listen, y'all know they did that lady wrong. Don't act like they didn't, because you know they did do that lady dirty. They did her wrong for that one. But I just closed the whole thing. Okay, cool. Have you returned?
I'm returned.
Did you put on pants?
You what?
Did you put pants on?
Well, I had pants on. They're just like short shorts. And nobody need to see that.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, this shirt that I have on keeps rolling up above my fat back here. And if y'all could see the backside, you would be seeing all the crack. Because I'm wearing Sunny's pajama pants because I didn't have any pajama pants clean. And this shirt just keeps rolling higher and higher up my fat rolls. So be blessed that you don't see that. And this fat roll right here with my arm, this is not armpit sweat. So this is a shadow. It's a fat shadow. There's a difference between armpit sweat and fat shadow. So just know this is not funk or sweat. It's fat. There is a difference. Just make sure we have it.
I didn't doubt. I didn't have any questions about that at all.
When I get ready to do these shows, like, and I feel my shirt rising to my fat as we speak. What is happening? It has not been rising this whole time, but now it's rising to the occasion. When I get ready, I treat it like a date. Like I'm on a date with all of you, everybody that's watching. I take a shower. I brush my teeth. I swish with. Maybe that's why my wine tastes so nasty from my Listerine.
Maybe.
Put on eyeliner, everything.
I just get ready from the top up. Smelling the breath.
Your breath is not delicious?
Probably not. I ate bacon, eggs, and sausage and gravy beforehand, so it probably does not smell the best.
That does not smell the best. And let me tell you how gross.
Well, we don't have smell-o-vision yet, so we're good.
What?
We don't have smell-o-vision yet, so we're good.
Smell-o-vision. Yes, we don't need that. I was eating, what was I eating? It was like a couple weeks ago. I had a cookie or something, and I was chewing it laying in bed. The most joyous thing of my life, to lay in bed and eat a cookie. It's just gracious. It's two wonderful things at one time. The comfort of your bed and a cookie. So I was laying in bed and I was eating a cookie and I was like, yes. And Sonny leans over me, and what happened? I was breathing and he tried to smell my cookie breath. He goes, he wanted to breathe it. What happened to that? Why were you breathing my cookie breath? You were in my face. I remember that. And that's what happened. I was trying to breathe because he was like right in my face. So I was like trying to breathe, and he breathed my cookie breath.
Wow.
He was trying to see if I would breathe out crumbs so he could have a bite of the cookie. You're so nasty.
Okay, Misty. I had to get pretty for the fish because I didn't want to scare them away. I wanted to catch fish. So if I want to catch fish, I have to get pretty, and they'll come to me.
Hi, babe. Can you bring me one of those beers that you were going to give me?
You had better, because you do not need to drink any more of that wine. Okay, so back to the spooky shit, and no more talking about getting pretty for fishes so that, I actually catch one.
But that's fun. It's part of the experience of who we are.
Oh, I know.
We talk about spooky stuff, but please understand that there will be additional things like...
Oh, yeah. I mean, we have like 15 people watching us right now, so that's something.
I definitely do not. You're very rude. I have no armpit sweat. I said it's a fat shadow, bitch. This is the beer that Sunny is now ready to share
Swamp
with me.
Ape. I'd be scared of drinking that myself.
It's a double IPA with 10% alcohol volume.
We'll crack it open and give it a taste and let me know how it is.
It's a Trader Joe's Delight.
I miss Trader Joe's. No.
It smells a little, I mean, did it smell good? It has like an underlying like grapefruit. If somebody shit it out of their asshole, that's what it tastes like.
Oh.
Grapefruit out of the butthole. Okay. Back to the haunted items. Bye. So we talked about the sexy haunted bra. We talked about It is way worse than the wine. I'm not going to lie. They put a picture of an ape on here for a reason, because it tastes like what I imagine jungle dirt tastes like.
Dirt.
It's like, it's if somebody opened up a natty that they found that had been rolling around in their trunk for 4 years, that is what this tastes like. A 4-year-old natty. So
I gotta take a screenshot of this. Hold on. I can't see everybody, but it's getting my spirit. Okay, so you know when you held up your laptop to show everybody that picture of that lady?
yeah.
So I just got a notification about somebody that liked the post,
Yeah.
and on the notification it shows that screen cap of you holding up this picture and then my face next to it. Like,
That is my best.
let me send that to you.
Please send it to me. I also want to let you know that someone is selling a painting that they call The Anguished Man, and this is the face. It's a haunted painting, and this is the face that my soul made in my throat when I took a sip of that beer.
That kind of looks like my painting.
That's what my esophagus looked like when it drank that sip. The seller of this oil painting describes it as a horrific paranormal portrait, as does my throat. The artist is unknown, but according to its owner, the artwork may be responsible for a number of spooky goings-on around the house. And the person that owns it says, since owning this painting, I've experienced a number of strange paranormal events that cannot be easily explained. The seller put that in the listing because they think that'll help sell it.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard disembodied footsteps from elsewhere in the house, the sound of birds singing in the air in the living room, and finally I've observed a heavy metal door latch lift by itself, and the kitchen door has also opened by itself. Even if you don't need a haunted painting for yourself, it could make a great gift for a less than loved one. So if you hate somebody,
Yeah,
send them a haunted item or buy them this beer. That is the second best idea. I'm going to try to drink it. I'm going to try to do it.
I would. I mean, if you're out of drinking stuff, then you need to do that. This is my last thing. Like, this is all the alcohol that's left in my house today. So that means before next week, I need to sell some stuff on Etsy so I can restock my liquor cabinet. Please stop doing that. Just follow it.
I'm trying. I can't.
So if anybody wants to help me restock my liquor cabinet, here's my Etsy link.
I gotta taste it with this. He's over here chugging it like it's his best.
Did that even work? That didn't work. No, it did work. Okay.
I see your link.
I'm going to pin that. I'm pinning this comment. So if you want to help me restock my liquor cabinet, go buy something. Oh my God. Are you chugging that shit? Just chug it.
I was trying to wash down the funk with the funky wine. That's how bad it is. I'm chasing the beer with the nasty wine.
Well, at least you got a chaser, I guess. So
we also...
What? Huh? No, you go first.
No, go ahead. Continue forward.
I was going to say, I found some really awesome things that I'm going to incorporate with some octopuses soon.
Yeah, what'd you find?
Because I don't have time to make Halloween cupcakes this year, I actually found some place to buy some from. So
oh, nice.
There's going to be octopuses with Halloween cupcakes and very cute looking coffee drinks. I'll have to send you some pictures.
You don't have them with you yet?
No, I just ordered them today, so hopefully they'll be here soon.
You should make some little guillotine necklaces where you can pull the chain and it does like a choppy.
We're gonna have to collaborate on that because I don't know how that would even work.
I'm sure somebody has made something and you can just look at theirs and make a way better version of it. It would be amazing. Just a little guillotine so it can like chop while they're wearing it. Be like, stick your finger in here.
Try.
In my list of haunted items, we have a mysteriously smelly photo.
A mysterious what?
A mysteriously smelly photo, and perhaps it smells like cat pee. Let's look at
And, okay, so that smells just mysteriously. Like it's an old photo. It's gotta eventually some things are just gonna pick up scents.
it. It does look like somebody used it to wipe their butthole with, so let's find out why. This historic daguerreotype. What in the hell is that word that I have never seen in my ever life?
I'd have to see how it's spelled.
Sure, I spelled that wrong or said it wrong. Daguerreotype. Anyway, it's reportedly inhabited by a Victorian gent named Martin. It was initially found in the eaves of an attic, and its owner would bring it out for guests to see. Eventually, people began to notice that certain smells would mysteriously appear, and just as mysteriously, they would disappear.
Okay.
Some would smell the scent of roses in cigar or pipe smoke. Some would smell the odor of smoke from wood fire. And when questioned with a Ouija board, the spirit inside was sometimes talkative and even playful, but other times it was reticent. Reticent? But some spooky things started happening in the house, like objects disappearing or being moved, and footsteps and whispers faintly heard. These strange goings-on became more frequent until finally the image was removed from the house and sent to a collector who reports some continued activity.
So it still smells.
It still stank. Yeah.
That's weird.
No, thank you.
I am hearing some strange sounds right now.
What are you hearing? In your house?
Yeah, I think my daughter's having a nightmare or something.
I'll go save her.
And I think Daddy already did.
Okay.
If not, no, wait, what am I hearing? Might be a cat.
A cat or your daughter, they sound the same?
My cats sound like little asshole children.
Oh. Have you ever heard of a djinn?
Chris Wright is so smart. She is just, I don't even know. She's so smart.
Who?
Chris Wright. She just said what you were trying to say. Daguerre.
Daguerreotype. I gotta go back to the original. Daguerreotype. It's an old method of photography invented by Daguerre. They all looked pretty poopy now. Yeah, they do look pretty poopy, and you are so brilliant for knowing how to say that. Are you a teacher? Is she the one that's
teacher? No, she's in my group, though. She still's in my group.
Somebody said
they were been with us for like a long time. Who
was it last week that was giving us pronunciations and they said they were?
I don't think she's here tonight.
Oh. There's a highly active ring for sale. It's ugly. According to the seller, they described the listing in the listing. Excuse me, a ghost just came out of my throat in a burp. A small paranormal investigation society. That's what they're calling the ring. The stainless steel and stone ring is possessed by a ghost named Adane, and if you ever wear it or keep it close by, you'll bond with the highly active spirit. The 19-year-old spirit supposedly died in a motorcycle accident and now appears as light streaks or in visions. He will turn lights on and off, close and open doors, and a faint smell of men's cologne can be smelled in the air when he is active. Is it a delicious men's cologne? Like that $1 million cologne? Or is it some stank? Have you ever smelled a man's cologne that smells like grass?
No.
There is, I don't know which cologne it is, but some of them smell like legit grass, and it's the worst smell of my life. Oh.
Yeah, I just don't.
Anyway.
There's some earthy smells that I just don't get behind like that.
Ugh.
Speaking of rings, I need some like psychic or spirits to help me find my grandmother's ring that I lost like 2 years ago. That would be great. Tell me where that ring
Do we have
is.
watching?
Huh?
Did you lose it in the house?
I don't know where I lost it. I just remember one day looking down at my finger and it wasn't there, but I still had like that mark around my finger, like I've been wearing it for a long time kind of a thing.
Yeah.
No idea where it is. Can't find it. You remember that ring that I had? It looked like that one ring that you had that you pawned. That vintagey looking thing that from Chris.
I don't remember. My old engagement ring?
Yes.
Oh, I remember selling that shit off, but I don't remember.
It was that kind of style.
I don't remember.
Anyway.
Did you lose it at your house?
From the 20s kind of a thing. I don't know.
Like,
I might have lost it at my Walmart or here somewhere, but
honey, if you lost that at Walmart, you are never getting that back.
No. Especially not at this Walmart. Newburgh.
We have a haunted screwdriver.
Oh. How does that work?
According to the seller, it's inhabited by the ghost of someone named Xander, a 32-year-old who died after a car he was selling. He appears as a smoky white apparition, and you may hear him laughing and talking. This is a very positive energy item. Also, like any regular dude, he loves TV.
He is asking if there's a legit section for eBay, for haunted stuff on eBay.
Yes, there is. There is. I looked it up. There definitely is. And if you're wondering, somebody is selling a haunted Ziploc bag for $25.
Okay. I am going to start getting some random shit together and selling them as haunted.
These people are, I'm telling you, this is like a joke. They say, according to the seller, this simple plastic pouch can restore or heal anything and anyone. There is no wrong way to use the haunted Ziploc bag of restoration. That's what they named this bitch. The haunted Ziploc bag of restoration. It works best on snack foods. The most effective way to use the bag, we have discovered, is to purify, decontaminate, revive, and give new life to food items such as Cheetos, sandwiches, pizza, chopped veggies, and granola. The ad says it's haunted, but it may not actually involve a ghost. If you stick a lock of a loved one's hair inside, it can heal, resurrect, protect, or lessen the burden that person is feeling.
All right. But is there a haunted object out there somewhere that helps one lose weight?
Hello. Hello.
Let me get that.
Yes. But this is the messed up thing. This Ziploc bag is not even a Ziploc brand. This bitch came from the Dollar Tree because it doesn't even have a color zipper. Look.
Okay.
It There is no red and blue. There is no pink and blue. There is no indication that that thing came from Ziploc brand or even the Ghetto Glad brand. This thing is Dollar Trizzle. And somebody is selling it
Brand
for $20.
X.
And the bags come in sets of 3, 6, and 9. Just so you know.
Okay, so the haunted bags come in sets.
Yeah, you can get the haunted bags in sets of 3, 6, or 9. And Misty, I really think you should do that. And Chris, you should definitely do that. Label all of your items may or may not contain a spirit.
Okay, so I'm taking the pictures of these Halloween, the mugs and the Halloween coffee mugs and cupcakes that I'm getting. And I swear the one decorated coffee mugs look like plague masks. I'm going to send it to the group because I don't want everybody to see it just yet.
Yes.
Because it's a surprise.
If you go to eBay and type in haunted items, you can see all of the haunted items that are for sale right now.
Well, that's what I did. I typed in the haunted items, but haunted mansion stuff came up.
This shows there is a medium-sized paranormal box lot with haunted curios, a doll, jewelry, and Wiccan items for $40 with $15 shipping. 4 people are watching it. We have a active haunted vampire necklace for $39.99. A guardian angel necklace for $24.99. There's all kinds of jewelry. You can buy jewelry. You can buy mystery boxes. You can buy those demon boxes that nobody wants.
Misty said that someone was selling a Cheeto that looks like Harambe for $25,000.
Misty tried it. Next week's agenda, I keep trying for all of my heart and soul to get into North Carolina. I went back to North Carolina this week, and there is just nothing there that's getting my spirit. So what I was hoping is that somebody in our group tonight would say, I would like to hear about blah, 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 and then we could research it.
I'll look into North Carolina myself. If I can't find anything, then we'll just move on to the fuck is above that state.
Well,
So
yeah.
I am.
It just didn't. There's haunted stuff. Like there's a couple haunted.
Even if we just find one good story, we'll just go with that and then talk about whatever else.
I want to do an Amityville night, a special an Amityville special. I want to do that sometime.
Okay, here's the question. This is the real question. Are you still coming up here?
Yes.
When?
I would like to do some haunts in the city if we could.
We can do that, but when are you coming?
Mid-October. I think we said the 13th. Let me look. Let me pull up.
Like, we need to finalize that so that we can figure out where we're going, what we're doing live. And because I have my mother-in-law wants to come up, so I have to figure that out when she can come up.
The 13th is a Sunday, so it would need to be that weekend, like the 11th, weekend of the 11th.
So, okay, so Legion only flies out from Friday and Monday, or they only fly Mondays and Fridays.
We need to look at JetBlue. I don't know if I can handle Allegiant.
Well, Allegiant is cheap as hell.
And they're also the Dollar General flights.
It's only a 3.5-hour flight. You'll be fine.
It should not be that long. Why is it that long? It was only flying JetBlue. It's only 2.5 hours.
Okay, it's either 2.5 hours or 3.5 hours. It's one of those.
So we'll save our New York stories for when I come up there mid-October.
Yes.
But we need to figure out up until then.
So if we're going to skip, like if we have to skip North Carolina, we have to go to Virginia next. and then West Virginia, and then we need to do those little tiny states like Maryland and Delaware.
I feel like New Orleans will have some good stuff. Misty said New Orleans,
Oh, they
Kentucky,
will, but
Virginia.
we go back down, like we have to go all the way back up north to get to me,
Yeah.
then we go back down.
Okay. Where's Paranorman? Because I haven't seen him all night.
He's stuffed away in my little
Why would you have
curiosity shelf because the cats keep trying to get him.
But seeing as how he is our mascot, I feel like he should never be stuffed away on a shelf.
He had to be. I didn't want the cats to break him. My poor Paranorman.
I am very distraught about this, so...
Isn't my half, like, not even finished painting creepy enough for y'all?
No, because Paranorman, I feel like my spirit has not been blessed tonight because I have not seen him. So you need to tell your cats to get their shit together. And
if I could get whatever is in my throat out, I would be happy. It's just not.
Flying alligator. I'm here for it. Flying alligator.
Ugh.
So, if you have a story, we forget to tell people this every time we do a show. If you have a paranormal story that you would like to tell, or excuse me, let me back that up. If you have a paranormal story that you would like us to tell on your behalf, email us at hotcocoa@gmail.com. Just starting.
If you have some sort of an inkling of a good story for us to talk about.
That too. A link for a good story. Yes, Lisa, come through. Anybody. A story, anything. We need it. Because we can keep researching. But I would love to tell some personal experiences that happen to other people.
So, in the meantime, we need to research where we're going to stay in the city. And it obviously has to be a haunted hotel of sorts.
Half of them look haunted. They're so gross and dingy.
What?
I said half of them look haunted. They're so gross and dingy. I'm sure we could find good ones, though. Like, probably some good ones in Chelsea or Greenwich. I'm getting sleepy and I need a snack. Snack time.
I was trying to find the bacon that I made earlier and I couldn't.
The what?
I had made bacon, like a ton of bacon earlier. I made like 2.5 pounds of bacon. And I couldn't find it. It was very sad.
Wait, I'm sorry. Let me back that up. You made 2 pounds of bacon. And you can't find it.
Well, I looked real quick when I went out to get my last drink for the night, and I couldn't figure out where it was.
Oh. Yes, Chris, you need to email us. That's okay if they're short. We can tell a bunch of short stories. I like short story night.
Yeah. Message. But
I definitely.
We do need to get this New York trip planned out.
Yes.
It's coming up soon.
I can get the time off work, so we just got to figure out when. 2 pounds of bacon sounds so
delicious.
That actually doesn't. It doesn't sound delicious to me. I just want some water or something to take the taste of this nasty crap out of my mouth that I've been drinking all night. Depressed over it. All right.
Okay.
Let's call it evening.
All right. Thanks for hanging with us, y'all.
Thank you for coming to watch. And we will see you next Saturday at 9 o'clock.
Yep.
Good night.
Good night. Bye.
Oh, you have to do it.
Oh, right. Okay. Bye.